Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to build a complete social media agent, which is not just a simple agent. It's going to have too many things that we are going to build together. The major thing that we are going to cover in this video are going to connect with the Google Trends engine, Google Sheets, structured output, and multiple agents together to generate a very powerful content that is easy and ready to push into any of the social media network. How I build it, let me walk through a very quick, and then we will start building together. Okay, let's start one by one. I have started this tool as a simple chat model, which is just a simple chat node. It is just going to start the trigger. And then I have connected it with AI agent that is going to do the Google research and is going to search the terms in the Google Trends and give me the output and the results that are in the trend which I want to write, and put all the trending topic into a Google Sheet like this. You can see here. Next, we will take the whole topics and one by one we are going to filter the good and relevant topic and put those topic to the content writing engine. So basically we are going to give this whole thing to another agent, where this agent is going to take our topics and write the content using the powerful hooks. These powerful hooks I collected from a popular social media influencer called Matt Gray. He given the 280 popular hooks which is going to take by this agent, and this agent going to use those hooks to generate powerful templates and powerful posts for our social media. Next thing, we will review all the collected data and do some more tweaks like fixing the grammar issues, adding professionalism, adding suggestions, or doing a bulk of things that will give us the ready to go post like this as I've added to this sheet. You can see this. These are the very powerful posts. Let me take an example. You can see here everything has a good hook, great success story, benefits from the automation, action plan, and very popular and very good call to actions with relevant hashtags also. Now, let's build this out. Before building this whole thing, I want to take you in a little bit technical side. You have to understand few things that you are you should very confident about. First thing, you should understand what are the nodes in n8n. So let us start with the n8n node. Everything that you are seeing here in the n8n engine are the nodes. These are the nodes. Chat is a node, agent is a node. Everything you can see are the sub nodes of this node, and each nodes are connected one by one you can say connecting the dot, and you can create workflows. Okay. We have used most of the AI agents are the major nodes, and also use the chat and the splits and if and edit fields for making little bit tweaks in the node sections so that our flow work smoothly without any error. Next thing, we have added HTTP REST APIs. HTTP REST APIs allows us to connect the different interfaces like different applications together with the help of webhooks and APIs. So I have used in here the Google Trend APIs, which is a kind of HTTP request that allows us to create a connection between Google Trends and our n8n engine. This is a very important thing. You should understand REST APIs. Next thing, we have a little bit go deeper into the Google API console or developer console. We will understand what are the API accesses, what are the credentials we should create, what is the custom search, and how programmable search engine in the Google help us to scrape data. And next, how we can connect the Google Sheets. For this, I have already connected the Google Sheets for adding and fetching the data in other sections of this video. Third and most important things are prompts. The prompts are the key of this whole workflow. The better prompts you write, your model is going to work in that manner. There is a whole lot of field in the terms of prompt engineering. You can go and search prompt engineering in Google, and you will find how you can write better prompts and create a very robust kind of outputs from the LLMs. Next thing, you should understand what our agents are. I have already created some few videos explaining what are agents, but in this video, I'm just going to take only very brief and understand how the agent works. Agents are nothing here over the popular LLM models. You can say your LLM models are going to take the decisions on your behalf based on the prompt that you have put it. And it is the agents has capability to connect all the other tools like HTTP requests, a structured output kind of thing they have to give. They can also use their simple memory to make sure like whatever the content they are generating is relevant on the topic that you have asked for. And they are also giving the structured output that I have also mentioned. The tools are very important. These tools are the very, very powerful. With the help of these tools, you can do many things in the internet using the agents and the tools. So yeah, this is the basic of the things you should know all about these things. And these things help you to understand better how the whole flow works. And you can not just copy this workflow, but you can also create simple kind of workflow for your personal use cases. So let's get into our n8n engine and start building something useful. So let me start from here and start by adding a new node. So click this button called a new node. I am just going to cause a trigger node and just taking on chat message. So chat trigger is one. So it's already adding the chat node. So I'm just going to delete this so that I can show you directly here. So I am just going to take this chat node. You can even also delete this and add this here and call the trigger flow with the chat. I am just going to say chat, and you can use this and just keep it private and just go back. You will see the chat interface here. Even you can start this by the click or anything. I'm just going to use the chat interface. Okay, let's take there where we have started earlier. So I'm just going to take the first step, and with the first step you will have the idea how the other steps are going. Okay, so let's start one by one. I'm just going to take and test this by click this button, and you have to just write hi. I'm just writing hi, and you can see the green tick appeared here. Green tick is showing like your chat, this node has been executed properly without any error. If you've got any red sign or the exclamation mark, that means you have some error in this node. Now let's connect another node, that is the agent. This is a major part. For creating an agent, you have to just choose the advanced AI option and choose the AI agent. Here you can see this kind of window where you can have like add your message, but here it's saying connected chat trigger node. So it is just taking the input and giving the output, but we just wanted to do more than that. So for this you can choose the option defined below, and here you can add your personal prompt which is going to allow your agent to work on your behalf. That's why I told you why prompts are so important, because here you have to put the prompt for getting started. So what I am going to do is I am going to take the prompt and walk you through very quickly. So I am going just on the top of this section and going to take this whole thing. So let me tell you what this prompt is doing one by one. So that prompt is just telling the AI like you are a trend research expert for AI, SaaS and automation, because this is my niche. That's why I've added this. Your task is to identify 5 trending topics relevant to small business owners aged for 25 to 40. This is my ICP. This is my the ideal customer profile which I am going to target. You can change this for your use case or anything the user asks for. Okay, based on the current online base, use the provided data from the Google Search API tool. So this is the tool I have mentioned because this is the tool that AI agent is going to use automatically for accessing the data from the Google Search API. Next thing, put it in the seat and also do few things like a short title generate, like you can provide the short title, 1 sentence summary, why it's trending. And second, the third thing is relevance score for the ICP. Like this topic is something that is relevant to the customer or not. Now, you have to just keep this format and try to ask more questions from the user that you need to generate the best form of content that you can. Now, give the response in the structured format that we have given. And this is the user input, which is coming from the data. So I'm just going to copy this whole thing, copy this, and just going to put this in the next agent that I have created. Go here and paste it here. Now you can see this chat input. You may not find this chat input. This is a variable that is coming from the chat. You can delete it And you can see here from the chat message that you have received, you have to just copy this and paste it here. This is it. And you can see in the preview, this is the hi that is coming from the chat input. Okay, you have written a very good prompt now. You have to add next thing, that is a chat model. This is a very important step. You can, when you click the chat model button, you will see the tons of options here. I'm just going to use the OpenAI. You can also use the OpenRouter, Grok, AI model, Anthropics, and DeepSeek, and anyone that you want. But I'm going to use the OpenAI because it's a very popular tool and very easy to start with. So for using this, so not OpenRouter, I'm just deleting it. I'm just going with the OpenAI, okay? And here you have to do two things. One thing is to add your credentials, and second thing, choose a model. Because one company have too many models, like GPT is not just a single model, they have plenty of other options too. So we have to firstly create the credentials. So you can click on the create credentials. I have already created, that is why you are seeing this option. So firstly, I'm going to hit this button, and you have to add two things. One is the API key and the organization ID. That is optional. You don't have to worry about it. For adding the Open API key, you have to follow these steps. You have to go to the OpenAI account and just create the API key. For starting purposes, this is going to give you some free tokens or some amount in credit, free credits to use. But you can also add some $5 or dollars minimum to use this. This is going to be very, very cheap. So you have to not worry about it for few cases. So I have already added it. That is why I'm just skipping this step. And you can just put the API key here and hit save. Now choose this model. This is the GPT-4 Omni. This is the cheapest model right now in the world in terms of generating very powerful tools. There are some open source tools also, which is very cheaper, but I'm just saying the cheapest in all the OpenAI models, and on the other compared to the other prominent, or you can say the popular models in the world. Okay, so I'm just going to choose this OpenAI model. Next thing, you have to add a memory. Memory, I'm just going to use the simple memory. This is going to store the data of this session. So you can see by default, it is just taking the session ID that is coming from the chat window. So it is going to take the data from the chat and stay relevant with the chat only. So you have to don't do anything. You have to just save this and just back. Now, next thing is the two important things. We have to do two things here. One thing to add seat, and second thing to add the Google trend. Let's go one by one. First thing, let's add a Google seat. For adding the seat, you have to just search seat, because this is a simple thing. You have to just click on the seat button, and now you have to add your Google credentials. This is the another important step. You can remember, I have asked you to walk you through in the Google API console. Let's do it for now. So go back to your Google seat and just click on this button, create new credentials. You will see the two options here. The two options are Google service account or Google OAuth 2. They are recommending Google OAuth 2 because it is very easy to go with. But if you are using the local version, you make sure like you are using ngrok or these kind of free services. I am using ngrok for now. And if you are using the live version of n8n, that is completely okay. But if you are using localhost, make sure you are using ngrok or something to make it live. Okay. Now the next thing that you have to do is to just take the client ID and the secret from the Google documentation. You can click this button, which is going to open the Google OAuth service thing, and you have to walk one by one. So let's do step-by-step things. Create a Google Console project, Cloud Console project. Click in this button, open the Google Cloud Console. So go to the Google Cloud Console, and you have to create a new account. I have already created an account. You have to just follow the simple process to create your Google Console account. I have just created newly, that is why it's showing the warning also. But you have to just use it. I'm using the free trial of it and just giving me 26,000 rupees to use it, but that is completely okay. So now you have to just start with doing some few things. You have to, now let's follow document, because otherwise you will also lost. You have to just enable the APIs. This is the important step. Make sure, follow this thing. I have already access like API access. This is the important thing. So here you have to do few things. You have to click this button, go to the API sections, and you can see these three options. There are multiple options here. So just click on the enable APIs and services. This APIs and services are the interface. This interface allows you to enable or disable any kind of Google API services that you want to use. You can see there are about more than 485 API services that Google is providing, and we're looking for few of them. So for using the Google Sheet, you have to just search here the Sheets. And you can see Google Sheet Services API is here. So you have to go and enable these services. I have already enabled this. You will see the enable button here where I have manage button, but you can see the enable button right here. Once you enable this, click on this manage button. And now you will come to this API services interface. Here you have to do two things. One thing is to just make sure like your API is enabled. So you will see the disable API here. Second thing is go to the credential section. In the credential sections, you can see like two types of APIs here. One is the client OAuth 2.0 client ID and the service account. Right now, I have already created one n8n client OAuth 2 client, but you can also make sure you have to create a newer one. So for creating the new credentials, you have to just create credentials button from here, or you can also go to the credential sections, the similar kind of interface. And here you can see the similar button and click on here and add OAuth client ID. Click on this button and you have to mention what type of application you are building for. So I am building for web application. You can name it. I am just taking it n8n automation. Okay. And you have to just skip this field and add redirect URL. This is the URL that you have to copy from your this step. So copy this button and paste this button in the credential section. So put it here. And this is it. You have to just hit create, and you can say it may take more than 5 minutes or few hours to taking the effects. I have already created it. That's why I'm just skipping the step. Once you have created, you will get the two IDs. One is the client ID and client secret. You have to just put it here. And once you put these two, you will see a button here, login with Google. So one button, when you see the login or sign up with Google, you have to put that button. Make sure you have added your email for the tester purpose. And it is going to give you some warnings when you try to start from here. Now, what you have to do? You have to go here and you have to add more audience for the testing purpose. So go to the audience section and add the test users. So enter test users and you have to put the email of your personal email address so that you can test on your own. So make sure to follow this step. Otherwise, you are not able to access your Google Sheet. This is it. Finally, you will see the pop-up and you are able to connect your Google OAuth account directly from here. I have already corrected it, so that's why I'm just using this step. And I am just saying this is for the putting purposes. So I'm just choosing the operation that is the append row. Now, for the document, I'm just using the URL. For using the URL, go to your sheet and just choose which sheet you have using in the Google Sheet. And make sure like you have shared this sheet with anyone right now. If you are using the same email account, you don't have to give the access to everyone. But I'm just assuming you have not doing that. So I'm just taking this whole thing and copy this URL. Go back and put this URL here. This is going to take the sheet. Next thing, you have to address in which sheet you have to put. So you have to also choose the URL. And here, what you have to do is to go to the sheet and choose which sheet you are using and copy the URL in the tab section. So I am just using the copy in this tab section and paste it here. Okay. Now I have to just match everything. So I'm just clicking on this button. This is going to allow LLMs to put everything one by one in each field. Great. Now I have to go back and you can see my sheet has been connected. Okay, this is a very good step. We have not got any error. Now we have to add another kind of tool, that is an HTTP request. This is the most important step in this whole workflow because here we are going to fetch the data from the Google Trends. Let's connect it. Click on this button and add HTTP request tool. Click this button and you have to add a description here. So I am just going to say fetch the relevant topics from Google Search API. Okay, this is a simple thing. And now we have to do few things. It is asking for a URL. Now go back to your Google console and you have to follow the similar process. Go to three dots, go to services and enable services, click this button and search for custom search. Okay, there are so many search APIs, so you have to just follow this custom search API and enable this similar to the Google Sheet that you have enabled. I have already enabled it, so that's why you can see the manage button. I'm just going to click this manage button. Okay, you can see this documentation. I'm going to go with this documentation so that you can also follow along with this documentation. For using the custom JSON search API, you need a programmable search engine that is programmatically going to search your data and retrieve it directly from the Google web search. Okay, so for doing it, you have to just go to the using REST API section. You can see here in the sidebar, and you have to copy the few parameters. For using, you need a programmable, you can say the API. So for that, you can also go to the introduction section and generating the API key. You have to click this free edition programmable search engine, click this button, and you will get one API here. So for correcting this API, it is going to just create a simple API for you and going to give you right away. So you have to just select the API in this way and hit next. It's going to take a little bit of time. And you can just say, show the key. You got the key here directly from this button. I'm just going to copy this key and go back to my section, and I'm just leaving the URL for now. I'm just going to hit the set query, send query parameters, and here I'm just saying the key and put this key into this field. Okay, so this is going to use my key as a query parameter, but I have to, importantly, I have to add a URL. So get back to that section, hit done, and go back to your REST API section. Here you have to copy this URL. Please make sure your URL contain this CX ID. That is the important ID for your programmable search engine. So make sure like you have created it already. If you have not, you can just use the given one. Okay, just copy this section and go back to your agent and put it here. Now you have to make few tweaks. You have to remove the key section like this up to the end section, end letter. Make sure you have the question mark in the end of this URL and remove this Q section, because this is the query that we are going to collect directly from the LLM. Just put it this and hit the cross button. You can see the URL is here, and now add another parameter, hit Q, and just let the model decide what is the query is going to be. This is it. You have added your Google Trend HTTP request. Go back. Now hit the test button. Okay, you can see your agent start working. Hello, I can help you to understand the topic of this, and the topic. So let's start from again, and let me write again here. Write me a topic on Google AI automation with n8n. Hit enter. Let's see the model is working. You can see here it is giving me the some output. It is saying, are you focusing on a specific aspect, and these things, what platforms you are wanted to do, what is the relevant topics you have to do. So I'm just leaving this for simpler use cases. So I'm just saying, do everything by yourself. Do everything by yourself without asking question. So this is going to I'm just bypassing the behavior to just test the whole thing. Okay, hit the test button. Let's see what this does. You can see that it is hitting the HTTP request. It is doing the search trend. You can say AI automation tool for business and detecting the data from here. It is doing the API model, searching everything. You can see the logs here directly. And your agent is working. It is also updating the seats. like this. You can see it is putting the data on the sheet also. You can see here, and that is it. It has completed the response, and you can see here are the 5 trending topics. You can see in the table format also, on the JSON format. Okay, this is a whole lot of things, but you can see the whole output in a single sentence. So that's why we want to break this down into the smaller section, and that is why you need the output parser that I have mentioned, the structured output. This is the important part for the AI agent. This will allow you to put everything in a structured format which we can use. So you can see here in this section, I have used the structured output, and I have just collected everything in the structured manner. I just going to copy this and go to the AI agents, and you have to enable the output parser and click this button. Now you have to choose the structured output parser and paste everything that you have copied. Okay, you can see here I've just given the structure in JSON format, which like what kind of data I need in this format. Okay, hit enter and just rerun the structured output. So this will help you to get everything in a structured manner so that you can reuse in the next sections of this flow. Okay. One important thing that you have to keep in mind while the AI is working, you can rename this agents. You can also rename the each node in each section of the node. Make sure you keep saving everything, and you can see the structure output has run, and you can see everything is a very, very good manner. Even you can see in the table format, in the schema format, and the JSON format. Very, very beautiful and structured manner. Okay. Now, for moving to the next step, this is the major step that you have to work on, adding the Google Trends and Google Sheets and Google APIs, structured output. The rest of the parts is very simple. What you have to do is to just split all the data that you have collected. For this, you have to just enter here and add the split out node. For here, I'm just using the trending topics like this, and you can hit the test button. You can see all the topics are now into the one array, and it is giving back me the array 1 by 1. So it is giving me the structured data. Now I am going to say if statement, if everything is greater than, like if the relevance score of the data is greater than, so I'm just using the number and saying greater than, and I'm saying just 7. If it's greater than 7, then only use the thing. So it's, you can see it is just minimizing the data that is a relevance score of 9, 8, and 10, but not the 7 or 6. Great. Now I'm just using the true options and going to add another agent. That is going to be the agent for writing me the content. For this also, you have to add the prompt here to write the content. I'm just going to use this from the previous video. Just going to copy this agent. You can see the whole structure output, structure prompt. Now use this in this particular agent section and just put it here. And I am not mentioning any ICP, ensuring to the ICP. Everything is here, and just few tweaks because that is for the previous one. I'm not mentioning the platform, just saying LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn, and I'm just saying LinkedIn articles in the 500 words. Okay, this is it. It is writing me the article, and you have to just add another tool like OpenAI, similar to that. OpenAI chat models for GPT-4o, simple memory. That is a simple thing. You have to use the chat session. So you have to just choose the session ID like this. Go back, and you have to add another tool like use the powerful hooks for doing this. So again, you have to connect here the seat section, and I am just going to take the get rows, and I have to just append the seat URL. So I'm going to the powerful hooks seat, going to copy the section from the tab here, and going to paste it from the URL. I'm saying the from URL here and from URL here. Just paste it. Everything take by default, and I'm just calling it powerful hooks. I'm saying powerful hooks. Rename this. Okay, and yeah, this is it. I think our agent has started working. So you have to just rerun this split out, Then if statement, you can say the 5 to 4 items is now, and just run this agent. Okay, node member is not found. Why is not found by? Let's, okay, it's saying not undefined. I'm just going to say define below, and I'm going to use the session ID. Okay, so it's like this, and rerun the section. Perfect. It is running properly, and it is fetching the powerful nodes, and it is writing the content based on the topics that we have researched. You can see how powerful it is getting. It is getting one by one. We are adding the node, we are adding the steps, and it is even more powerful than the previous agent that we have created. And the final step is very simple. It's working. You can see I have added a review agent. So I have added an edit button. Why it went wrong? Something went wrong. No, it's not went wrong. It's a previous one. Okay. I'm just saying I've just added the field. Edit field means I've just collected everything what I've collected from the previous node and just name it something like that. And once you have added, I have added another agent. Just go to that one section and add another agent. And this agent is going to write me the popular thing. So I'm going back, going to this one, copy this whole prompt like this, go here and paste it here. So this is going to take all the things and based for startup, I'm just saying startup owners and AI people. Okay, for the ICP. And it's just going to refine the things based like match the professional tone, fix the grammar, keep it concise and engaging, make sure it is related for the particular post draft based on the suggestion that is given by the previous node, proper spacing and gap between the post, and also the hashtag if possible, and put into the seat. This is it. You have to just add your OpenAI, sorry, not OpenAPI, it's OpenAI, and simple memory similar to that, and the tools if required, but not, there is no tool for now. Okay, so you can see here our agent has finished working. You can see everything output is properly given in this manner. You can take this output, put these output in a simple table and call this output or the post. Okay, and I'm just doing this here, and you can use this post. So just click this button. Okay, and now use this post here just like this, and whoa, you can now test up this thing. Okay, simple memory is not working, something error. Okay, you have to just define below, use session from the chat. No brother, from the chat like this, go back and restart it. Okay guys, you have created everything from scratch with me. This is very, very good. And I have written very good things here. You can use the sticky notes to add more layers. I have added, like, I have to add SEO thing. I have to add AI agent, which is going to help me to write and ask me in the Telegram, okay, can I post this or thing? I can add a post scheduler APIs. I can add the analytics and find the new things from the Google Trend topics from the popular post, and do many things and post it on the social media. There are too many ideas I can work on along with it. If you willing me to follow and create more videos for this, please drop the comments below. Please like and don't forget to subscribe my channel. And you can see our agent is still working, and it is going to give us a very good looking output and post which you can use to post in the LinkedIn or something. Okay, make sure you have all these basics clear right now. My whole idea is to give you the idea that how you can create your own personal n8n node with your ideas, just to make sure how you understand the tools better, how you're utilizing the tools better. n8n is just one thing. There are tons of other tools also which we can cover if you want. But this is it, guys, for today. Meet you in some other videos. All the best. Keep improving, keep watching, and keep going with AI.